At Open Door, we create educational programs to make students deep thinkers. So at present, we have two programs, Thinking Classroom and Thinking Assessment, and these programs are running in more than 250 plus schools in India and UAE. See, in the modern world, information is freely flowing. It is easily available. The problem is that there is one set of information that is relevant, one set that is irrelevant. One information that is correct, one is incorrect. So you require two important skills, and we are working on those skills. Now these skills, the number one skill is questioning. Now you want information about sound. You ask a question. What is sound? You'll get an information that sound is vibration. But you need to ask a further question that I'm doing like this. This is also a vibration. Why this is not giving a sound? Now when you ask this question, you'll get a new information that this vibration is in infrasonic range. Your ears cannot detect it. Then you need to further ask another question that are there any organisms or is there anyone who can hear this sound? You'll probably get another answer that there are animals, elephants probably can hear this sound. So questioning has become very important. And the second important skill is critical thinking. Now what is critical thinking? Simply said, it is seeking clarity. Now you have two information, one relevant, one irrelevant. It is a critical thinking skill that will tell you which is a good information. And this skill is very important in today's world. Philosophy behind good questions are multifold. So one general philosophy that everyone follows is that it should target a misconception. But at Open Door, we have 2-3 more ideas behind a good question. So the other one being is question should act as a learning and teaching tool. It should not just assess students. So I'll give an example. My favorite question is, can you get heat energy from ice? The moment you ask this question, students begin to think. Even if they are able to answer, even if they are able to arrive at the right answer, they went through that process of thinking and they learned something new. They learned a new way to look at the heat phenomena. So this is one. And the second philosophy that we have is the question should make them appreciate the concept. Now taking example of the same question, can you get heat energy from the ice? When you think about it, there's a wow moment in your head that occurs. Okay, hey, heat and temperature are two different things. I used to think that they are same, and that is wow creation. So there are three things that we look in a good question. One is it should target a misconception, it should act as a teaching tool, and it should make students appreciate the concept. So in thinking assessment, we send really good questions on a particular topic 2 times in a year in a school system. Why 2 times? I'll come to that later. Now when you send good questions to a classroom and assess them, it gives a complete picture of the classroom's understanding. What are their misconceptions, what are their weak areas, what are their strong areas, and it allows the teachers to work on those areas. Now why second assessment? So usually the first assessment tells you the problems, but seldom there's a scope to work on those. So second assessment achieves that objective. Now teachers know that students are going to be assessed again on these concepts, so they work on these misconceptions. So usually we have seen the class average improving in the range of 15 to 30% in the second assessment. And so this is the short-term goal that we achieve year on year in a school system, but we have seen something very interesting happening in the schools who have used our program for more than 3 years. So in those schools, teachers, when they walk in the classroom, they know that Open Door assessment is going to ask fundamental and conceptual questions. So now they have curated the lesson plan or the classroom delivery in such a way that they target the fundamental. They think about the concept, they think about the misconception before the assessments are conducted.